All right, I think we're back here. I apologize for the problem. We had a little bit of a hitch there for some reason. And not everything perfect here, but I appreciate your patience with me here. Sometimes, you know how that goes, man. Things get a little bent out of shape here as far as stream is concerned. So I think we're back up and running. All right, appreciate you being here. We're going to have a few things that'll sort of be running by the seat of our pants here, but thanks for joining me here on the stream. This is TurnLeftTV, the High Octane Racing League Buschwackers series. We got a little disconnected there. Not the normal, but had a little bit of a problem there for some reason. We're back up and running for now. Keep your fingers crossed. So these guys are going to go to the qualification session, I believe. So let's see what we get here from the qualification session. Got a little bit of an issue right now, but we'll work our way through it, I hope. Yeah, for some reason, OBS crashed in the middle of the stream. So we're back up. Hopefully you can see this stream and you're getting the live broadcast. If not, you'll certainly be watching this on replay, hopefully. It looks like we're back up and running. Thank heavens. We were just about to look at the track here at Atlanta, weren't we? Wasn't that what we were doing? My heavens, man. What was it about Atlanta that I didn't want to see? It's Atlanta Motor Speedway, man. Just a little over a mile and a half in length. 4 turns, of course, banking in the turns 24 degrees and banking through the straights at 5 degrees. Got a little bit of a tri-oval, if you want to call it that. You know, that front stretch, not really a straight shot there. So, love Atlanta, fun track. Thanks to Mike Schreiner for spending all that time making this track. So, a fun one. Not the real track, but he made the virtual track. You know, you get that. Like right now in quals, Eugene Fedorov in the 84 car right now on the track. Take a look at the qualification results so far. It's like Arthur Vieira the top time. Gordon Carter showing second. Lansbury third. Might have a couple more out here on the track to make their qualification attempt. Jesus Barbecue Iglesias out on the track. Trax VR joining us in here as well. I know he's Trax VR. They got some folks here who race in their facility. They're out on the track tonight. Maybe Josh Brink. I know Dana Grover racing from Trax VR. So thanks for providing those guys with a place to race. I appreciate that. These guys love racing. I guess you had a big event last week, huh? Big internal event. Trax VR. A little plug for those guys. Art DeVere, the new top time with the 29.906 as we're watching the 22 Orange Crush sponsor machine. Jesus Barbecue Iglesias in the 22. 29.906 is the time to beat. 30.260 is Jesus' time. Right now, 13th on the grid for Jesus. .012 is that second lap for Jesus. So we're good to see Jesus out here tonight racing with us. Alexis Salvia with that great looking paint scheme. The 72 car pulling his car into the pits. Back into the garage. I don't know, he might have a girlfriend back there. Waiting for him in the garage area. Giving him a kiss. Good luck tonight. The 21 drivers joining us in here. So it looks like about 4.5 minutes left in quals. That'll, I don't think anybody else is going out. We'll give you the official results at the end of the qualification session. And again, from the broadcaster commentator Heath Johnson and the guy that messes things up here. If the broadcast is messed up, you can blame me. 100-lap race here tonight. It's the final race of the season, and it's Atlanta Motor Speedway. Again, thanks for joining us in here. We've got a good one for you tonight, boys and girls. Let's get this party started. All right, we're back. Thanks for joining us on TurnLeftTV. Logan Brown just showed up. Big dog Logan Brown. I learned something about Logan, man. That guy is a gangster at math, man. So very impressed with Logan and his math skills. We'll send a shout out to Logan. Let's take a look at the qualification results. I think we've got them. Do we have them? Oh, no. No, they didn't come up. Oh, I'll be darned. There we go. Let's see if they actually come up here. Let's fool around with something since I got disconnected. Maybe they don't, if I started a little bit late in the quals. Not giving me the practice results, not giving me the qual results. He's not going to cooperate with me today. There we go. See, it felt bad. Art Devietta qualifies on the pole in the 4-car. Ed Palumbo starts outside pole in P2. Gordon Carter starts in the 3rd position. What a good starting position for Gordon Carter. Tim Lansbury starts 4th. Claudio Bardelli Jr. starts in 5th. Preston Hassel 6th. Paul Brown starts in the 7th position. Jesus Iglesias starts 8th. Craig Marizon 9th. Dan Richter starts in the 10th position. Starting at P11 will be Ricardo Simonsato in the 44 car. Good to see Ricardo back in that 44 car. Alexis Salviev starts in the 12th position. Javaldo Spindola 13th. Dan Chesmore starts 14th. Dennis Shuderchin 15th. Starting in 16th will be Dana Grover. Eugene Fedorov starts in the 17th position. Steve Pierce in a 3X car starts 18th. Tony Furtado starts 19th. And Josh Brink will start in the 20th position. Starting in 21st will be John Stanley in the 12 car. Well, we're going to take a look at the season standings coming into tonight's race. We've got a dogfight there. Well, Sean Jacobs is in Florida laying on the beach right now and watching his son play baseball. So what a great opportunity for him and his son. And a good father-son vacation there. So he is effectively out of the championship race there. Ed Palumbo's got an outside shot, but Craig Marizon in the lead in points. Ed Palumbo just a shy behind there, so if things go right for Ed, he might be able to win this one. Alexis Salviev is 4th, Tim Lansbury 5th, Gordon Carter 6th, Art Devietta 7th, Todd Robillard 8th, Preston Hassel 9th, and Dana Grover rounding out the top 10. Take a look at page 2 in points. Or 3 and 4 and 5. There we go, page 2. Got a little trigger happy. Uderchin set for Alvarez, Fedorov, Brown, 11 through 15. Novar, Bardelli Jr., Brink, Willis, and Hughes rounding out the top 20. Take a look at 21 through 30. Some of these guys part-time racers. All the way to P40. Steve Pierce in his first race last week. Back again. Great to see Steve Pierce out. And then 41st and 42nd. So 42 drivers in this season. How about that, huh? Awesome. $42 drivers joining us tonight. Loving these big fields. Keep our fingers crossed for a good, clean race. We got 8 minutes left in the warm-up session. Guys out getting some last-minute adjustments in. Take a look at Preston Hassel. Right. Don't forget the High Octane Racing League GT3 Series will be back in action at Zandvoort. Coming up tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV. Great series, man. Zandvoort is a fun track, and going to get a good mix of really technical portions of the track, some of those elevation changes and direction changes at the same time. Really unique track here, and a fun track to broadcast a race from. Even more fun to actually race this track. But I'm going to be sitting in the driver's seat, so it's easy for me to be a little critical and judge these guys or whatever you want to say. But I love bringing these races to you, man. The GT3 Series is a heck of a lot of fun. And I'll tell you, man, that Psychopath E-Racing Academy, that group coming out and racing with us has been just fantastic. They add a great energy to the series. And excited. We got a great mix of international drivers from Russia and other parts of Europe and also Asia and so forth, and of course our Canadian, Brazilian, United States drivers out there as well. And that's coming up tomorrow. It'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV. You don't want to miss it. Well, I'm going to get my pick in here tonight. Get ready for this. Mr. Boiler Up, Dan Richter. That's who I think is going to win this race at Atlanta. Dan Richter is one of those guys that can really master that outside line. And I think Dan Richter has got the technique. This track is really one of those tracks that I think caters to his driving style. And I'm picking Dan Richter to win this race tonight. He is in the garage area right now, or in the pit area, in the Boom Boo Racing, Boom Boo Rum sponsor machine. We get a look at his paint scheme. That's who I think is going to win this race tonight. Dan Richter in the 65 car. So there you go. Got my pick in. My keys to the race here tonight at Atlanta. Pack patience. You're going to be racing in a pack all night long. You're going to have to be patient. And the high line is the place to be, but really you're going to see guys trying to dive down to that inside line and do that little slide job, and that can create some havoc, man. It's hard to pass here, and you're going to have to limit that aggression, or we're going to have caution after caution after caution. Manage those tires, because we have long run here. You're going to have to manage those tires and make good pit stops. It can really be tricky getting on pit lane here at Atlanta. So you're going to have to be really, really patient on getting on pit lane and, of course, off pit lane as well. So those are my keys to the race here at Atlanta Motor Speedway tonight. I want to say thank you for joining me here on TurnLeftTV. Thanks for being patient here with the stream tonight, man. We had a little bit of a disconnect. I had to actually reboot my computer. We had a little bit of a disconnect here, so I think, keep your fingers crossed, we're back in action. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, smash the bell, click on the links down in the description of this race. Mainly, click on that link to the Extra Life Children's Miracle Network Hospitals charity and make a donation, man. We'd love for you to make a donation. Also, if you'd like to make a donation to TurnLeftTV, there's a PayPal link up in the banner of the channel, also one in the description of the race. And then don't forget, in the description of the race is a Sim Lab web link. Please click on that link. If you decide you want to buy a sim rig or some race equipment and they've got what you need, please use my link. And thanks to all those folks who have done so. I really appreciate it. So let's have a good time here at Atlanta tonight. And thanks for joining me on TurnLeftTV. Take a look at the 77 car here, Paul Brown. following that 54 of Ed Palumbo. These guys have raced a lot of years together. I can imagine those guys going to be working together a little bit. If I were a betting person, I'm not too much of a betting person anymore. Last time I went to the casino, I lost my butt, man. Go often enough, just often enough to make me realize why I don't go to the casino. Take a look at 77 car here as he comes down pit lane. You can see, man, you hear a high speed, and it's easy to miss the commitment cone. And also easy to turn that car around as you're coming down pit lane. Also possibly getting hit in the back end. All right, boys and girls, I think that's it. Let's go, baby. It's Atlanta tonight. Hotlanta. 100-lap race. Race number 10, the final race of the season. And we're going to crown the champion here at Atlanta. Get your bets in now. So get your bets in now, boys and girls. All right, the starting order here tonight at Atlanta. Archer Viana starts in P1. Ed Palumbo outside pole in the second position. Gordon Carter starts third. Tim Lansbury in the 82 starts in the fourth position. Starting in fifth will be Claudio Bardelli Jr. in the 91. Preston Hassel starts sixth. Paul Brown starts seventh. And Jesus Iglesias starts in the eighth position. Starting in ninth is Craig Marizon in the 60. Dan Richter starts 10th. Ricardo Simonsato starts in the 11th position. Alexis Salviev starts in 12th. Starting in the 13th position will be Givaldo Spindle and Dan Chesmore. The 00 starts 14th. Dennis Uderchin starts 15th. And Dana Grover starts in the 16th position. Starting in 17th will be Eugene Fedorov in the 84 car. Steve Pierce in the 3X starts 18th. Tony Furtado starts 19th. John Stanley starts in the 20th position. Starting in 21st will be Josh Brink in the 21 in the 2 car. And Lucas Sifner starts in 22nd. So this is going to be a good one, man. High speed here at Atlanta. Don't forget those keys. Patience. Use that high line to your best ability. Limit that aggression on those passes. Manage those tires and make good pit stops. Pace car going to come off this time by. Hopefully get a good clean start here. Oh, we doing 2 laps? Oh, I rushed through all that stuff and we got 2 laps? My heavens, man. What are we doing? Don't forget the Saturday Night Thunder headed your way tomorrow night. Great Cup Series racing. Race number 9, Phoenix Raceway. 140 laps. And it's the Saturday Night Thunder. The Cup cars in action at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, March 11th. So Vieta in the 4. Very, very strong car up front here. Ed Palumbo in the 54, also strong car. He has got a shot of winning the championship. Marizon with that 9th place starting position. He has trouble, and he's had connection issues once in a while, and I think he's got that worked out here. I think he had a processor issue, and he got that worked out. So the 60 car, Craig Marizon starting in P9. Take a look at him as we get ready to go green here. We'll keep our eye on the 54 and the 60, definitely running for a championship. Artur Vieta in the 4, one of our great Brazilian drivers. Will lead the field to take the green flag. Here we go. It's Atlanta, baby. The final race of the season in the Buschwackers Series. Vieta taking the lead there in that 4 car. Excuse me, Artur Vieta there taking the lead in the 4. Now Ed Palumbo getting around in the 54. Gordon Carter gets by as well. So Gordon Carter now takes P2 as Ed Palumbo is the leader. Take a look at that 77 and the 4 now side by side. They're 3 wide there now as the 56 in the middle. On board here with Ed Palumbo. Looking out of the back of his car, and they are jumping all over him early on here.
Yellow.
We got a yellow flag. Gordon Carter off the pace. Gordon Carter sliding out here. No, man. And Gordon Carter is off the pace. Those guys are getting aggressive, man, here. I saw 3 wide. Take a look and see what happened here as Gordon Carter came around. And look at this. They're in the middle. And he's 3 wide here, and then it looks like he gets caught side by side there, and Carter spinning around. And it comes up. Udichin gets absolutely annihilated. Fedorov, and also the 3X caught in this as well. So Steve Pierce got caught in that as well. On board here with Steve Pierce. Watch this. This thing's going to kick off, and he has nowhere to go. See a bunch of white smoke and parts flying everywhere as Carter comes flying back up the track. Nowhere to go, and then Steve Pierce into the back of 47 car. So it looked like 3 wide here, and Simon Sato came over. He made it 3 wide, I believe. So it looked like, oh man, absolutely annihilated there. So a little bit of aggressive at Gordon Carter out of the race. What a bummer there. 3 wide here early on. Not a good idea.
Pit road will be open this time for lead lap cars.
So it looks like Paul Brown is the leader, Ed Palumbo in the second position. Craig Marizon is in third. Oh, the 77 car coming down pit lane. Oh, boy. 77 car making a pit stop here in this Dirty Mo sponsor machine, giving up the race lead. So Paul Brown on pit lane. The car out of the race. Gordon Carter had just a massive amount of damage there and decided to retire his machine. So Ed Palumbo will reassume the race lead. Marizon is in second, so he is first in points. So look at that, the two contenders up front. Simonzano is going to have to do a drive-through penalty for causing that accident that involved another car. So that's the rule we have here in the Buschwackers series. If you cause an accident and that accident involves another vehicle, then you have to do a drive-through under green flag conditions. Cause a caution flag that does not impact another car, then that is a longest line penalty. Tim Lansbury, the 82 car, is going to start up on the outside line in P4. All right, here we go. Getting ready to go back green as the 54 will lead the field to take the green flag. The 60, Craig Marizon, starts on the inside line. So the 54 elected to take the outside line here on this restart. Interesting lane choice there, but You see these guys get a little bit out of hand here to in that start. It got a quick caution flag.
Green flag, go, go, go.
All right, back to green. And Simonsato did not get on the gas there as those guys get around. Unichin, Jesus Iglesias went down to the bottom line of that Orange Crush sponsor machine, now battling Tim Lansbury for position. Lansbury up on the outside line. And now Chesmore in the 0-0 in this mix as well. Now Alexei Salviev in the 72 car. '54 car up the track, gets into the wall a little bit, maybe. As Salviev gets by, Alexei Salviev now threw up the 4th position. Craig Marizon is the leader, so he's getting those points for leading the lap. You see the 22, Jesus Iglesias behind him, the 0-0. Dan Chesmore in 3rd, Salviev 4th, Palumbo is in 5th. Take a look at Archie Vieta and Tony Furtado. Vieta following Claudio Bardelli Jr. on the outside line. He and the 9 of Tony Furtado side by side as Vieta taking that spot. Dennis Udicher going to try to get by on the high side as well. Battling there. You're looking on the back of Archie Vieta's machine at Dennis Udicher and Tony Furtado battling it out as Dennis Udicher going to pick up that spot. Furtado now back to the 22nd position. The 17th position. Take that back. Dan Chesmore, and look at this battle here. 54 car trying to work his way back up to the front as Dan Chesmore, the 0-0 down on the bottom side. Iglesias up on the high side here, battling. Oh, there's contact there. More contact through the tri-oval area. More contact as those guys getting after it here. Dan Chesmore, 0-0 car. Take a look at that. Salviev and Iglesias now. Iglesias go down to the bottom line. Here we go. Early on. Iglesias go down to the bottom line. Trying to take that spot. A little bit squirrely in there on the apron. You got to be careful. As he now scrubs off some speed. Jesus went for broke on that one. Jesus Iglesias went for broke on that one. It did work out for him, and he held on to that thing. To the 22. Yeah, falling back there a little bit. Man, he was working that wheel, trying to stay on the track. My heavens, man. Jesus Iglesias trying to pick up a couple spots there and got that thing squirrely. Lansbury in the 82 car. Also in this mix. Holy smokes. That got interesting there. We'll take a look here as Jesus Iglesias in the 12. This might have been a little bit too early here. Iglesias and the 72 were side by side. Iglesias dives down to the inside right there. Watch this, man. Tries to squeeze underneath the 0-0. He touches the line, gets the car sideways again, and hangs on to that thing. Woo, boy. Go on board here with him. Watch him work this wheel. Watch him work this wheel. This is Jesus right here. Watch this. He's going to dive down to the inside. He's going to clear the 72 car. Dive down to the inside. He's going to go for broke right here. And there might have been some contact. Touches the apron. Working the wheel right there. More working that wheel. And hanging on to that thing. We go back to live. Ed Palumbo is the leader. Salviev has worked his way up to the 2nd position. The 60. Craig Marizon in 3rd. Iglesias is now in the 4th position. Dan Chesmore is 5th. Dana Grover in the 89 car. Oh, good run for Dana Grover, man. What the heck? Those guys checked up on the high line. Dana Grover in the 89 car going down to the inside line, trying to get around Claudio Bardelli Jr. and Arthur Vieta, but that outside line Nose to tail there. And Vieira getting back by Dana Grover. He's going to have to tuck back in. Dana Grover now back to the 15th position. And Fedorov coming around, looks like. Oh, boy. Fedorov spinning. Eugene Fedorov in the 84. Well, there was a contact there with, I'm not sure, it might have been a lap car. As the 84 off the pace. We're under caution number 2, 19 laps in. A lot of laps to go here. These guys are going to have to figure it out. And I still think there's a little bit too much aggressiveness here. I think they'd be better just to do side by side, or just to do, just to be doing, we'll take a look here as Udichin up on the high line, and he comes down off the wall, gets into Fedorov. And Fedorov into the wall. So that looked like that kicked off there with Dennis Udichin getting into the outside wall. Take a look here as Udichin's up at the outside wall. Right there, he comes off the wall, coming off the turn, comes down the track, and gets into Fedorov. Looking out of the back of the Tony Furtado machine, the number 9. And you see that Fedorov definitely the loser on that deal. On board here with Fedorov. Nowhere to go there for him. He just gets hit and then into the inside wall. Not too much contact. Maybe a little bit of secondary contact there for him, but a little passenger side damage. So second caution flag here at Atlanta.
Pit road will be open this time for lead lap cars.
'54 Ed Palumbo, the race leader, coming down pit lane. So guys making pit stops here. Siffner now staying out. So Lucas Siffner, the 21, now the race leader. Here's Palumbo on pit lane. Oh, this would be a good shot right here. See some battles coming off pit lane. See we get a little battle here. A couple guys maybe just doing some 2-second stops. Oh, get a little tight right there. And Palumbo dipping out of his pit stop. I think we might have some 2-tire stops on that one. As now we see Lucas Siffner, the race leader here in this 21 car Flex Seal sponsored machine. Been a while since we've seen that Flex Seal machine out here. Givaldo Spindler is in second, the 68 car. Josh Brink in the 2 car up to the 3rd position. Dennis Udichin, who's going to be doing a drive-through penalty. Will be starting in the back of the field. Right now showing the 4th car in line, but he'll have to do a drive-through. the 21 car, I'm getting kind of curious to see what he's going to do here on this sequence. Is he going to give up track position now to come back down pit lane? I think he probably will. I think there's a lot of benefit to stay out at this point with only being 22 laps in. Tracks VR definitely echoing my sentiments. Let's keep this clean. A few laps in under green. We had a few laps under green on that one, but I think that one was really aggressive driving that caused that one. I think the first one definitely was with the 3 wide. Diving down to the inside, making it 3 wide. And it looks like Lucas Emperor has decided to stay out. So, interesting move here. Jesus Iglesias is going to start in P2. Salviev starts 3rd. John Stanley up to the 4th position. Claudio Bardelli Jr. is in 5th. So interesting mix here that we've got up front on this restart. So here we go, getting ready to go back green, and we got some guys with some older tires up front. It'll be an interesting restart here. We'll start lap 24.
Green flag, go, go, go.
All right, here we go. Back to green. Lucas Simpler with a great start on the gas there. Jumps ahead and looked like Iglesias decided to dive down to the inside line. Take a look at John Stanley in that 12 car. He's got the 54. Ed Palumbo up on the high side behind him. Paul Brown, the 77 car on the bottom line. He's followed by Dana Grover. Chip Lansbury in this mix today as well, and are in this mix right here as he's behind the 89 car. Craig Bearzon getting through here as well. And Palumbo to 54 up on the outside line. So good side-by-side racing here. Good, clean side-by-side racing with these guys. These guys have raced a lot of laps, man. There's a lot of experience right there in that picture frame. Looks like our race leader now is Jesus Iglesias in the 22 car. Salviev working his way up through the bottom side in that 72. On board here with him. We got a car up there off the pace right now, and that is 47, Dennis Unichin, as he comes back out on track. Oh, boy. It's going to get interesting here. 3 wide. 3 wide. We see some dust flying. These guys get around. Unichin comes back out from doing his drive-through penalty and jumps right back into the fire. Take a look at Dennis Unichin down on the front of his car. He's going to let these guys go. Dennis got a big win in the Saturday Night Thunder recently, so congratulations to him. He's out here in that 47 car, now 1 lap down. He's in the lucky dog position. Alexei Salviev has taken the lead there. It looked like the 22 and the 21 might have gotten together. 22 and the 21 might have gotten together there. Take a look here as 21 goes down to the bottom line. He's in the grass, and then there's contact here between the 21 and the 22. And the 21 had to get out of the gas. Take a look at here, Eugene Fedorov and Givaldo Spindola. Spindola in the 68 car, Fedorov in the 84, racing each other. Fedorov got a pretty fair amount of damage there, I think, to the right side of that car. You see the two of Josh Brink at that mix as well. See the 9 and the 27, 21 car coming down pit lane here. Lucas Siffer on pit lane. Interesting pit stop. Oh, he decided to retire his machine. Claudio Bardelli Jr. is our new race leader in that 91 car. Ed Palumbo in the 54. For the outside line, Fedorov going down to the inside. These guys going 3 wide. Oh, boy, I hope not. Fedorov backs off. Excuse me, Salviev. Sorry about that. Fedorov. Somebody said Fedorov in my ear there. So Salviev in the 72 car. Just ahead of him is Iglesias. Salviev goes up to the high side. Lacey's on the bottom side is 60. Craig Marizon, he wants to keep his car out of trouble. He is our points leader in that 60 car. He wants to try to stay out of trouble. Ed Palumbo now the race leader. Getting by the 91 car. So Palumbo to the race lead. Tony Furtado and Givaldo Spindola here battling it out here on lap 33. Tony down to the inside line as the 27, Preston Hassel on the inside line there just ahead. Tony drifted up just a little bit. Simonsato on the outside line. 9 car drifted up there. You got to be careful with that 9 car. Drifted up just a little bit. Leading this pack is Dana Grover. They get a little race here behind. Dana Grover and Preston Hassel side by side. Preston Hassel there squeezing through. Dana Grover on the outside line. Tony Furtado in the 9 on the inside line. They're side by side. Eugene Fedorov in the 84 car. Ricardo Simonsato in the 44. Not for position. Fedorov running in the 15th position. Simonsato in 19th, 1 lap down. Fedorov at 84 on the bottom line. They're side by side. Back up here with the race leaders, and Ed Palumbo is leader. John Stanley just behind him, the 91. Claudio Bardelli Jr. in 3rd. Salviev in 4th, Marizon in 5th. If you look at that front crew, you got some guys with a heck of a lot of racing experience up front. Paul Brown squeezing up here as well. Iglesias back to the 7th position, and they are nose to tail. These guys have figured it out, man. As for right now, they figured it out, and it looks like Marizon might be climbing down to the inside line, wanting to try to get around the 72. Side by side there as Paul Brown to the inside, trying to help the 60 car. They have to tuck back in. Looks like that outside line, kind of the place to be. Take a look at Dan Richter. Dan Richter is in the 10th position. In the 65 car, just behind him, Archer Vieta. Archer's had a pretty quiet night. 00 Dan Chesmore up ahead, battling Tim Lansbury. Chesmore, that 00 car, that Jag sponsor machine. Tim Lansbury, the Skyline Chili Ford Mustang, running in 8th. Chesmore is in 9th on board with our 10th place car. Dan Richter. Vieta is in the 11th position. So this little pack is sort of broken away. Preston Hassel leads that second pack there of about 4 cars. 27, the 89, the 9, and the 47. Now the 47 is he is 1 lap down in the 18th position. The tail end of the crew of 4. Take a look at Steve Pierce, kind of out there by himself right now in the second race in a long time, man. Steve Pierce back at it. Good to see Steve Pierce out. Always enjoy Steve. Uvaldo Spindola and Josh Brink side by side. Brink up on the high side, that Budweiser sponsor machine. Uvaldo with a 68 car down on the inside line. And the 44, Simonsato, trying to work his way back onto the lead lap. He is 1 lap down. His first race back, trying to get his feet back underneath him after spending a little bit of time working on a project. Letting work take over. Lansbury,
Yellow.
Lansbury off the pace here. We've got a yellow flag. We've got a yellow flag here. Archer Vieta. Oh, somebody's on fire. Archer Vieta on fire right now. Oh my gosh, Archer Vieta is in big trouble. He is on fire. Big time problems for Archer Vieta. That car is absolutely toast. Archer Vieta, big crash there for him. Let's see what happened. Oh man. I don't know what happened to Archer Vieta, but that car, there's a hood up in the grass. So I don't know what happened here, but Archer Vieta, oh, it looked like the 82 car got into the wall. Vieta off the pace there, up into the outside wall, and he's absolutely going to get annihilated right there. Hard lick for Tony Furtado. Tim Lansbury, I don't know whether he got up into the outside wall. Oh, and then contact there. And then watch this. Vieta's absolutely going to take a huge hit right there. Tony Furtado could not miss this, man. He tried. He couldn't miss it. These guys racing their guts out here. Come around the turn. Out of the gas here. And then, oh, man. Hard lick. See that crash right there. Lansbury comes down, gets into the 4 car. And then the 4 absolutely gets annihilated. Man, that was a hit. Archer Vieta, man, he's going to have to go to the infield care center, maybe the burn unit. And he gets absolutely crushed right there. And Tony Furtado's hood ends up outside the track. Wow, we're going back to live. We got a bunch of cars involved in that one. That was a big one. So that was a big one right there, boys and girls. The 91, Claudio Bardelli Jr. is the leader. We've got some guys on pit lane, some more guys that are out of the race now. That was a huge, huge wreck here. All right, the 91 is the leader. Salviev is in second. 60. Craig Marizon in third. 54. Ed Palumbo is in the fourth position. Looks like Claudio Bardelli Jr. has elected to take the inside line here on this restarts here to start lap 49. Salviev starts on the outside line. Marizon in third. Looks like Ed Palumbo starts into fourth position. Stanley starts fifth. Paul Brown sixth. So the 91 is the leader here, and he's going to have to
Green flag, go, go, go.
all right, here we go, back to the lead for the 91 car. Salviev on the outside line. Salviev is the leader here as Ed Palumbo in the 54 up on the high line. '91 now inching back ahead. Take a look here back in the mid-pack. Jesus Iglesias in the 22, running in the 10th position. 65, Dan Richter on the bottom side. Josh Brink up on the outside line. Fedorov in this mix. You see the 68 of Givaldo Spindola as well. He's down on the bottom line here as Dan Richter follows him. Dana Grover in the 89 car running in the 8th position. A quiet night there for Dana so far. I've said this before. I think it's just a matter of time. We got a couple of Toyotas there working together too. I think it's just a matter of time before we see Dana Grover in victory lane. Lacey's there trying to go some aggression down there on the track, and he gets by Dana Grover. Grover, I think, gave him that spot. He dived in, dove in there 3 wide. Like I said, Dana, I think it's just a matter of time before we see that 89 in victory lane here on board here with him as he follows Jesus Iglesias in the 22. Josh Brink there off the pace just a little bit on the inside line. The 82, Tim Lansbury, comes back off pit lane. Lansbury is now 2 laps down after repairs to his car. That car was a mess as well. That crew got that thing repaired and back out here on the track. Alexis Salviev in the 72 leading the field as the 54 of Ed Palumbo runs in P2. John Stanley in the 12 is third. Mardelli Jr. back to fourth, the 77. Paul Brown rounding out the top 5. Palumbo now diving down to the inside, looking to see if he can't make some moves here. Coming into turn 1. Ed Palumbo in the 54 car has a little help from John Stanley in the 12, and Ed Palumbo to the race lead. So Ed Palumbo back to the race lead in the 54. Looking out of the back of the 54's machine, you see John Stanley in third. They're now in P2 as Salviev up on the outside line. These guys trying to use this inside line early in the run. Try to get by. Mardelli Jr. now trying to get up into this fight. He's on the outside line running behind Salviev. Greg Marizon just behind, now trying to tuck in. Dan Chesmore in the 00. He and Paul Brown in the 77 side by side now. Givaldo's sneaking up here on the outside line. Givaldo with that 68 car. Dan Chesmore. Contact right there. Chesmore might have drifted up a little bit. Got into the side of Givaldo. There was contact as Jesus and Givaldo tried to get right by Chesmore. Oh, the 84 in the 00. Swapping some paint as well. Take a look at this replay here as Givaldo, watch this, Chessmore, and oh, he is sideways right there. He is absolutely wrecked right there. And trying to hold on to that thing. Just a little bit earlier. I think there was some contact here. Let's take a look here. This is through the trioval area. Dan Chessmore, that 00, the 68. Givaldo Spindle up on the high side. And right here through the turn, Chessmore might have drifted just a little bit. I don't know. Both of those guys maybe drifted toward one another. Chessmore does a great job of holding on to that thing. And there's going to be more contact for him as Fedorov sneaks up. As you see those guys get together there. Dan Chessmore, a little bit of action there for him. And now going live, Chessmore down to the inside. He's down on the apron here, and I don't know whether he's going to be bringing this car down pit lane or what, but Dan Chessmore off the track here to come down pit lane. We got a battle for the race lead now. As Chessmore's retired his machine. Mark Vieta out of the race, of course. Steve Pierce out of the race. Simpler out of the race. And we got a battle up here up front. And Palumbo, the leader. You see Craig Marizon is in second. And we got that's a points battle right there. I mean, those two guys are battling for the championship. Palumbo just ahead, and he's going to need a little help, to be honest with you. He's going to need the 60 car to be much further back in the order here for him to be able to pull off a championship. 72, Alexis Salviev now back in the second position as Ed Palumbo tucks in third. Paul Brown in the 77, running in the fourth position. Just behind, we have John Stanley, Dana Grover, fifth and sixth. Marizon is the leader, kind of splitting those 2 points leaders. Now, I'll tell you what, Salviev into 72 as he's sort of in that points battle as well for the championship. He's a little bit far back. I mean, he's going to need I don't think he's kind of mathematically in it anymore, but as we take a look at the season standings, top 10 coming into tonight's race, you see Salviev is just probably a little bit too far back here. He needs the rest of these guys to have a really, really bad night. At 278 in fourth coming into tonight's race. And now Paul Brown wants a little taste of the race lead in this 77 car, battling the 54. Paul Brown trying to inch ahead of the 54 car. Looking out of the back of his machine at Alexei Salviev. Oh, boy, there's contact there. Contact there. Oh, my heavens. Salviev, a little contact with the 54. That's poking the hornet's nest. And, boy, he drifts back. So Salviev drifted up the track just a little bit. Take a look at this. This might be a little bit, Salviev into 72. Watch him and Ed Palumbo in the 54. So watch that 72 car and that 54. See that 72 drifting up the track just a little bit. Smacking that 54 car. John Stanley had a ringside seat for that action. On board here with John Stanley. Watch this as those guys get a little bit squirrely, a little bit of contact here, a little aggressiveness. He drifted up the track just a little bit right there. Oh, I tell you what, Stanley, a little contact there with Marizon as well as that unfolded. Track's getting a little rubber dead here. Go back live and take a look at this. Dana Grover giving up a couple positions to 68. Givaldo Spindola on the outside line battling that 89. So Givaldo making a pass. Wants a little action up here. Givaldo having a good night here in the top 10. Givaldo running in P5. He's been running better and better. You can watch the 77 and the 54. Both these guys kind of running away right now as the rest of these guys trying to figure it out. John Stanley in third, but we got a two-way battle for the race lead. Now we start watching where Craig Marizon is. Craig Marizon in the 60 car is running in the 9th position. Starting to hear some guys who may be coming down pit lane here. Paul Brown is the leader.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
We get a yellow flag. Just as some guys were going to come down pit lane, and we might have some guys trapped a lap down now, or trapped on the pit lane. Salviev on pit lane. We got a caution flag as guys were starting to make green flag pit stops. Like maybe Dan Richter and might have been involved in this. See Dan Richter off the pace. He is missing a hood. Take a look and see what happened here. As it looked like Givaldo might have gotten up into the wall. Oh, hard lick right there. And then looked like Preston Hassel got caught up in that as well. '22 got up into the 68 car. Pushed him up into the wall, it looked like, and he is. And then down the track. Oh, man. That was a heck of a wreck right there. You see Givaldo. Take a look at this a little bit earlier here. The 68 kind of gets into the wall there a little bit earlier, but then that 22 car comes up the track and gets into the 68 car a little bit. Going to back this up and just look at it. And we will jump in Dan Richter's machine and take a look at that. Yeah, the front of Dan Richter's machine right here. Definitely does look like that 22 came up the track and got into Givaldo, and then Dan Richter absolutely gets annihilated. Oh, Marizon makes it through. Craig Marizon made it through that. How in the world did that happen here? Take a look at Craig Marizon in this 60. As this unfolds, Craig Marizon is going to make it through. Watch this. This is a points leader. When you got the luck on your side, you got the luck on your side. As this unfolds right here, what's this? 60 car. How in the world does the 60 car make it through? My heavens. What a lucky run there. We got some guys on pit lane. Got an interesting situation here as we had some guys coming down pit lane. Now, Eugene Fedorov is the leader. So 73 laps in. And Eugene Fedorov is the leader. Big caution flag there as we saw some shenanigans, to say the least. Looked like maybe the 22 had just kind of drifted up the track a little bit, got into Givaldo, the 68 car, and caused the 68 to get into the wall, come back off the wall, and he made contact with the 65. And the 65 took a hard hit. John Stanley now shown as a race leader, so it looks like maybe Fedorov dropping to the back of the line. Longest line penalty for him, maybe. And John Stanley is the leader. Now, Salviev is in 10th, and he is in the wave around position, I believe. Let's see if it actually gives him the wave around. Logan Brown says, "What'd I miss?" Oh, you missed all kinds of stuff, man. We gave away prizes for people who were here, and unfortunately, you left, and then missed out on the prizes, man. Sorry how that works out for you. And we had a couple caution flags, some great racing, but a caution or two. And it does look like those guys are going to get a wave around, so good news for the 72. So Salviev will be pleased to see that he's going to get his lap back in that 72 car. I think Udichin's also going to get one of his laps back, so he'll now be just one lap down. John Stanley is the race leader. Ed Palumbo will start in the second position. So John Stanley in the 12 will lead the field and take the green flag. Ed Palumbo in the 54. Look at that Craig Marizon watch. He's going to start in the 6th position on the outside line. As we get ready to go back green here.
Green flag, go, go, go.
Back to green. So here we go. Ed Palumbo back to the lead as the 12 car drops back to the 4th position. Paul Brown in the 77 in 2nd. The 91, Claudio Bardelli Jr. in 3rd. Stanley 4th. Dana Grover in the top 5. Craig Marizon is in 6th. Ed Palumbo, the leader, and got a big win this season. That Meliello sponsored machine, and now finds himself in the championship hunt. Paul Brown in the 77 car. He's been a little bit of a part-time racer this season. I think he's back full time now. Maybe somebody that was running him off his race rig has gotten another job, I think. That's what the deal was. Paul's sim rig is in his bedroom, and the boss kicked him out. As the 54, Ed Palumbo is the leader. Looks like Alexis Salviev at his 72, now picking up a spot there as Jesus Iglesias serving his penalty. So Salviev got the wave around. He's on older tires. He is in P9. So what he wants to see is a caution flag. So he's the last car on the lead lap with 20 laps to go. And these guys start to figure it out here. You start seeing the guys that are up front here, and the cream rises to the top. If they can avoid the danger, and you see the skill level of these guys up front here. A lot of experience here in those four cars. As the 22 car back up on that high side, letting those guys go back by. Now finds himself one lap down in that 22. Craig Marizon getting by. Craig Marizon running in the 6th position. Is our points leader coming into tonight's race. Climbing up the track there as the 60 Magpul Dynamics sponsored machine, that Camaro, running in P6. Now I start wondering about guys whether they have enough fuel to make it to the end. It's going to be kind of curious. I think it's going to be close with some of these guys. There's already some chatter on the radio about saving fuel. You're looking at, coming up on about 15 laps to go. I always get worried about having to pit here late in the race. Justin Hasselmeyer had a tough night, got involved in that big wreck, and the 27 car now finds himself 3 laps down in the 14th position. Tim Lansbury also involved in an earlier wreck in that 82, that Skyline Chili Ford Mustang. He finds himself running in P13. He is 2 laps down. Marizon says it's go time now. He's starting to battle here. Dana Grover in that 89 car. Dana Grover on the outside line, battling the 60 car. Dana Grover up on the outside, got to hold on to that spot. Hard to pass on the inside line. The 60 avoided disaster on that last caution flag. Now tucks back in behind the 22 car. '89 down to the inside. He's going to go back up there. Oh, there might have been some contact there between the 60 and the 89 car. 3 wide here. Oh, no. Marizon finds himself 3 wide as the 84 and the 44 getting by. Ricardo Simonsato now back on that lead lap with that 44 car, battling the 84, Eugene Fedorov. '54, Ed Palumbo, the leader. Paul Brown second. Bardelli Jr. third. John Stanley is in fourth. Simonsato starting to take some risks here on the bottom line. That's Simonsato, number 44 car, climbing up to the battle for the third position. He's on the inside. Does he have a little help down there? Simonsato now using the bottom side. Now Simonsato to the front. Ricardo Simonsato in the 44 car. Now to the race front. Look at this. Craig Marizon climbing to the front. He's behind Jesus Iglesias. Marizon now pushing himself to the front. Craig Marizon now getting by. Taking a look at out the front of Simonsato's machine. And Craig Marizon now the race leader. Here on lap 89. How to cap off a championship by winning the race. How about that? Throw those cards out there on the table. 44 cars, some of these guys are saving fuel. The 60 car says, I'm going. 44, he's in the second position. Ed Palumbo, Paul Brown, Bardelli Jr., John Stanley, all may be saving fuel. 77 car diving down to the inside. 54 car says he might be a little short. He led a few laps there, so using up a little bit more fuel. Marizon says, I got enough. Let's go. Pulling away from Simonsato. Coming up on some lap traffic. Tim Lansbury in the 82. A little bit off the pace. Got a lot of damage to that machine. As Marizon working this Magpul Dynamics sponsor machine up on the outside line. Trying to get by. That's going to close things up a little bit. Paul Brown in the 77 working his way up here. Bardelli Jr. 4-car battle here for the race win. Craig Marizon leading the pack. Opening it back up just a little bit. Maybe the 44 was saving a little fuel. Simonsato in that Camaro in his first race back in a long, long time. He raced once or twice early in the season. Got involved with work and life. And now finds himself back out on the track. Now the 60 car trying to get by Jesus Iglesias. Iglesias is down. Now down a lap. He is in the lucky dog position. Not a huge concern, I think, for that Orange Crush sponsor machine to be able to race and try to get back on the lead lap. He is in the lucky dog position. Now here we have the 77 car closing into that 60 car. Got a little bit of help from Bardelli Jr. Paul Brown in the 77, now down to the inside. Now back to the front for Paul Brown. Bardelli Jr. in this mix now. Marizon up on the high side. Oh, squeezing him a little bit. He tucks in. Looks like the 22 tucks in on the high line behind the 60 car. Simonsato is behind that 22. Simonsato running in P4. Paul Brown is the leader. Bardelli Jr. got a big win last week. His first race back. Paul Brown leading. Claudio Bardelli Jr. second. Craig Marizon third. Simonsato fourth. Ed Palumbo is in fifth. Oh, Bardelli Jr. into the back of the 77 car, letting him know that he's there. Little bit of contact there from the 91. And there's a little bit of history with these guys. Little bit of history. These guys have raced each other pretty aggressively in the past. The 60 car now climbing back up into this mix. He could be the spoiler. Remember, he is vying for a championship. Paul Brown hold him off. 54 on pit lane. We were checking on him. 54 on pit lane. And Palumbo now finishing up his pit stop, coming back out. He had short on fuel. He led a lot of laps. Bardelli Jr. now getting by Paul Brown. Claudio Bardelli Jr. made that pass. We'll take a look at this pass here with the 2 to go. Bardelli Jr. goes down to the inside. Paul Brown to the outside. Across the start finish line, we'll have 1 to go. Here we go. Last lap here. Last lap. The 77 car down to the inside. Claudio Bardelli Jr. on the outside line. Down the backstretch. Side by side. Paul Brown in the 77. Bardelli Jr. in the 91. Battle for the lead. The 77 getting by the 91. Does he have enough time to try to climb back up there? Here we go. Here's the run. Here's the run. Oh! And the 91 gets that spot. The 91, and I think Paul Brown ran out of fuel coming off the turn. Paul Brown runs out of fuel. And Bardelli, we had another fuel mileage race. 2 in a row. And Bardelli Jr. wins both of them. How about that? So Claudio Bardelli Jr. getting the win. So congratulations to the 91. Another big one for Claudio. A big win for Claudio Bardelli Jr. To finish out the season with a victory. For Bardelli Jr., 2 wins in a row. Let's take a look at the final results here. I think we got everybody on in the 68 car still trying to cross the line here. I think he's out of fuel, huh? Looks like he finally gets his points. So Givaldo inching it home here. Let's take a look at the final results. Claudio Bardelli Jr. gets the win. Paul Brown finishes in second. John Stanley third. Ricardo Simonsato finishes fourth. Dana Grover fifth. Jesus Iglesias finishes in the sixth position. Palumbo seventh. Craig Marizan finishes in the eighth position. Eugene Fedorov ninth. Alexei Salviev finishes in the 10th position. Finishing in 11th, Givaldo Spindle in the 68. Dennis Udich in 12th. Tim Lansbury 13th, actually. Preston Hassel finishes 14th. Josh Brink, look at him, they tied for 12th. How about that? Josh Brink finishes 15th. Dan Richter 16th. Dan Chesmore 17th. Tony Furtado 18th. Ark Vieta 19th. Steve Pierce finishes in the 20th position. 21st is Lucas Hippner, and Gordon Carter finishes in 22nd. Congratulations to Claudio Bardelli Jr. for getting the race win. And we'll see if we can't get him up into victory lane. And let's take a look. Let's see if we can't get Claudio here to give us a little bit of an interview. All right, Claudio Bardelli Jr. joining us up here in the booth, and he makes it 2 wins in a row. Congratulations. What an exciting finish, Claudio.
Thank you, guy. I'm trying to save fuel. It's no fuel.
Well, we had a couple big caution flags that took out quite a few guys, and what was your perspective of those? Did you actually get a view of those 2 big wrecks?
Yes, and the race is very difficult, but the guys driving close in the turns, and the cars escape, and the line, up line and down line is very difficult to maintain the car. But I try to save the fuel in the 25 laps, and I think I calm down, Claude. to win is depending the fuel. I win.
Boy, you had a great battle with Paul Brown at the end. What was going through your mind when Paul Brown passed you off the last turn or through turns 3 and 4? Did you think that he had the victory there, or did you think you might have a chance coming off turn 4 to take him back?
I tried to maintain the line outside the line, to try to side the draft in the turn 3, but the pole is no fuel in the turn 4. I win again, but pole is very difficult guy to pass in the final. Congrats to Craig to championship, né?
Yeah, thank you. Would you like to say something to your fans in Brazil, the Samba crew?
Yes, thank you. Agradecer a galera aí que correu, né? Arthur, Givaldo, Jesus, Ricardo, né? Todo mundo que assiste a gente aí. Agradecer a esposa que aguenta nós aqui toda noite de sexta-feira. E é isso aí. Thank you, Guy.
All right, thank you, Claudio, and great season for you and for the couple races, 3 races or whatever you've done, but hopefully we'll see you back full-time next season now that Carnival is over. So congratulations on a great win, man.
That's right. Thank you, Guy.
All right, that's Claudio Bardelli Jr. joining us up here in Victory Lane. And hey, man, guess what? We got a new champ. And that is Craig Marizon. Gets the championship. And congratulations to him. We'll see if we can't get him up in the booth here and give us an interview. And first championship in High Octane Racing League for this Magpul Dynamics crew. And we'll see how he feels about that. Just give me a moment here to retrieve him. All right, we're joined up in the booth by our 2023 Season 1 champion, Craig Marizon. Congratulations.
Hey, thanks, Heath.
Man, you've come a long way from having those issues with your PC and connections and so forth, and we kept our fingers crossed all season that you'd have a good, solid connection and it looked like it worked. What was your thought process as this race transpired? You were able to really that second big caution flag. My God, how did you avoid that?
Yeah, I don't know how I got through that. I mean, the goal was, I know Ed was close. I know, too bad Sean couldn't make it, but I just had to keep Ed close. I mean, I know he led a lot, and I just tried keeping him in my sights. But yeah, that one caution, I told Ed, it's like, well, you almost had it. I don't know how I made it through that.
You started, mid-pack or so. Were you worried about getting caught up in a caution flag, starting that not really, really far back, but, mid-pack with a lot of aggressive driving early on? Was that something that was on your mind?
Yeah, it's always on your mind, but I didn't know if it'd be like last week where it was just like the high line and, just kind of fall in line and couldn't go anywhere and people push it, but it seemed like everybody did all right. I thought it was a good race. It was fun being out there.
Yeah, it seems like things happen in a hurry at Atlanta. Somebody has some trouble and collects a bunch of cars, and you guys come around the corner and just it's a roadblock for them. But you were able to navigate through there on the infield, bobbing and weaving and getting around cars. That was pretty fun to watch.
Yeah, it was pretty exciting.
Well, hey, congratulations. We're really happy for you in your first championship at High Octane Racing League, and here's to many more. Thanks for racing with us, and hopefully we'll see you out full-time again next season.
All right, thanks, Heath, and thanks for everything you do. It's a fun league.
All right, thank you, man. That's Craig Marizon joining us up in the booth and getting his first championship here in the Buschwackers Series. So congratulations there. Going to be a popular one, man. He's a lot of these guys here have been around a while, know Craig, raced a lot of laps with Craig, and going to be a big one there, getting that Magpul Dynamic sponsor machine in victory in the championship winner circle. So congratulations to him. What a better way to do it here. Man, he was able to kind of stave off some of the drama and played it safe there a little bit at the end, and they came away with the championship. So good job to him. Congratulations, Craig. Man, we got some more racing headed your way, man. The High Octane Racing League GT3 Series is in action tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be at Zandvoort. 60-minute race, and that's going to be a good one. It'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV. It's the High Octane Racing League GT3 Series, live right here on TurnLeftTV, starting at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Saturday, March the 11th. That's tomorrow for most of us here in the United States. And also, tomorrow night, we'll be in the Saturday Night Thunder at Phoenix for race number 9 of the season. And 140 laps. I'll be out there on the track mixing it up with the best. If you'd like to come out and join us, we'd love to have you, man. Saturday Night Thunder has been going on for 23 years in the Saturday Night Thunder. So come on out and do some Cup Series racing with us on a Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's coming up tomorrow. Tonight's race has been brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. If you're interested in an rFactor 2 server, don't hesitate to give EliteHostingUSA.com a look. There are 3 self-managed server packages for you to choose from, as well as hosting your website or your online store. VPS hosting and shared web hosting also available through EliteHostingUSA.com. Well, congratulations to Claudio Bardelli Jr. getting the race victory here tonight. Another great win for him. 2 wins in a row. It's been a great season. I want to say thank you so much, guys, for joining us here on TurnLeftTV. And want to again say congratulations to Craig Marizon on getting the championship. Congratulations to him on a well-deserved championship. And he's going to be back at it next week to try to vie for a second one. Thanks for joining me here on TurnLeftTV. Thanks for hanging out with us. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, smash the bell, share my videos with all your friends. And hang out tomorrow. We'll be in the GT3 Series, bringing it to you live. And again, thanks for coming out. I want to get out of here. I'm out of here.